Listen in. I think you can listen in if you want. It's not a issue. I'm gonna start this up.
Right.
Yeah, just,
As well.
you
I'm
know.
not doing anything.
Okay. So we are streaming. We are live. Let me go over to here and open up this. Where is do my channel? Pull up the session recap from last time around. So, previously, the party began their battle with the stone golem. As they attempted to take it down, the vines on the ground actively attempted to impede and drag them down. Battle was fierce, with multiple attempts to retrieve the Heartstone, which was magically locked into place. At the end of the fight, Ironhide was broken and destroyed, prompting a deep rage. Oh no, towards the end of the fight, prompting a deep rage in both Delgar and Knik. They began to attack with absolute rage. Golem throws a stone at the entrance, blocks Raven out of the room. The remainder of the party finished the golem. The party then mourned for Ironhide and began to find a way out. A mysterious man approached Raven and advised that her party members should stand back as he blasts away the rubble, blocking him into the room. He then began to speak to the party and offered them aid. He demonstrated unnatural knowledge about each member of the party and said that if they simply listen to his offer, he will provide a safe exit for them and Wernest, who was taken captive by the Thorns guard outside the cave. He opens what appears to be a portal and exits. The party deliberates for a moment and then exits through the gate, and they find an unconscious Wernest. You all return to Stone Call, dropping Wernest in a safe spot with the trinket he was after, going to Lady Songbird to deliver the Heartstone. You are well paid and debriefed. You then went to Geld's Tavern for some booze, food, and much needed rest. Knik took off to take care of some things in the slums. Malia and Raven took off to the develop page where the bookseller confirms the note given to Malia was, in fact, for her. Delgar goes looking for Knik and finds him. Knik shows Delgar the body of Ironhide that has been moved and left with a note that simply says, "The strong will rise again," with the initials CV. Thomas goes over a lot of the information he had and is having a conspiracy theorist moment with Malakar. And that is where we are starting this session. So, go ahead.
You said we were well paid. What was the payment?
1,200 gold. Plus promise to have it to receive an artifact later.
Did we already split it? Because I'm at 31 platinum and 24 gold.
You might have just not added it, but I remember passing it out.
You're at 31 platinum.
So I can
Wait,
add...
31 platinum. Okay. Yeah, I think,
Is it
I think
platinum
you might
like
have just converted it.
Isn't platinum 100 gold?
No,
it's
one
10.
platinum
it's
is
10
10 gold.
Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
So I'm a bit short, right?
I don't think so. You might
I'm
have
not sure.
converted it.
10
So that's
times.
300. That's just 310 gold. I think you might have just. I think you already added it. You were already kind of low on gold before.
What's your gold stack right now, Knik?
I always kind of conserve it. So I was at around like I think 600 before I gave 100 gold to people, and then I went and bought some equipment after the session had ended. It was just a short sword and a hand crossbow. So
what are you
I
at?
did hand it out.
So what are you at right now? Just checking if I ended it.
For 42 gold.
I didn't start with any
Yeah.
gold, and
I think
haven't really spent any, and I'm under 400 gold, so you should be at you have what you have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think I added it because I went to 0 gold before we started. You know, I spent everything on shackles and stuff and everything. So I was at 0 gold, full 0 gold when we started adventuring. So I think I'm good right now with 310 gold and a few whatever. Yes. Yeah, I think I added it. Should be fine. I mean,
Okay.
when in doubt, it's my fault. So we're good.
All right. So, Raven, as you're leaving the bookshop, you see Malia coming and approaching you, and I'll let you go from there.
Yeah, Malia spent some time at the Thieves Guild to separate herself a little bit. She'll approach and so give her a nod and say, I overheard an interesting job offer while I was at the Thieves Guild.
Tell me a little more about this job offer.
Well, it's the person who was asking about it didn't want to take it because of the person who it's involving, but it pays 200 gold for 1 day of work. Only 2 people, though.
Well, who is their subject of protection? Who are we doing this for?
I don't know if we're protecting him. It's an individual known as Carlos Hardas.
I wouldn't know him.
Yeah, I wouldn't know him either. I'm not familiar with Stone Call, but basically occurs to me it's something that might suit our individual skills a lot better since it involves sabotage and spying, because I'm not going to be able to say that other word.
Well, 200 gold for a day. Quick way to make some money.
Indeed.
Why not?
And give us a nice little break from the others.
All right. So I take it you go back to the Thieves Guild and get the job, or take the job?
Yeah.
All right. And they give you a small parchment that has a location for Carlos. As well as like a letter of recommendation.
All right. I'll take everything that is required.
Okay.
Is there a down payment, or is he responsible for that?
Yeah, so Carlos is responsible for it. The idea is that he would want to interview you beforehand.
All right.
So, so I take it you're going to be going to go visit him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also have a little shopping list, but we can do that whenever.
Yeah, that it can. Yeah, we can either like take care of it after what I have planned, or we can do it at the start of next session. Because there's not going to be any combat. There's no I don't.
Gotcha.
I mean, short of like you guys going way off the rails, you're not going to need any supplies for what's going on today.
Yep.
So. So as you look and get the location, you note that it's within the castle walls. It's actually a high society area, and you get through with the letter of recommendation, and you go to this this gaudy private estate.
Oh dear.
And you knock on the door, and the butler, answers the door. It says, "And who might you two be?"
You're the client. Are you not?
I work for Carlos Hardas.
Well, we're here for that job.
I will advise you not to call him Hardas. He doesn't like that. Well, in any case, follow me, and he leads you to the dining room, and you see Carlos. He's got bald head. He's got the he's got a balding head, but he's got the hair around like almost like a halo. If you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Very hard receding hairline. It's not great, and he goes, "Ah, ladies, welcome. You stand before the great Carlos Hardas. Don't ever pronounce the S. The S stands for silent. If you're here, it's because you recognize excellence, charisma, and the undeniable truth. I am destined to win the love of my life, and you are going to help me."
Interesting.
I think I missed a sentence or two because Discord decided to vomit on me, but yes, interesting.
So, you're here to ensure my flawless victory tomorrow. That means ensuring my grace, wit, and my charm outshine anyone that stands in my way. And the butler says, the translation, cover up all of his screw-ups. Now I'll have none of that from you, sir.
Very well.
So I would like for you to go and scout out some information for me. So my opponent, if you will, actually, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I need you to sign some non-disclosure agreements. It also agrees that you will actually act on my behalf as well. So and he brings out a couple contracts, very simple, plain contracts. Basically saying that he's going to pay you 100% up front, but that you promise to do the job in its totality.
Very well.
So take it, you sign?
Yeah.
I'll carefully look through the contract to make sure there's nothing else in it.
Yeah, there's nothing nefarious. It seems to be a very basic contract.
And is it a contract that he wrote himself with his handwriting?
Yeah, it looks like it's made with his handwriting. It's not that complicated. It's, it kind of like screams a bit of like overdone eloquence, but it's understandable.
Yep. Just in case she needs it in the future, she's just gonna take her time with the contract and study his handwriting.
Okay. Well, yeah. Once you sign the contract, he presents you the gold. Now, on to the actual job itself. So, here's the plan. I am trying to court one Suzy B. Werkins, and I have one person that stands in my way. Wernest the Earl. He's been a thorn in my side ever since I've met the guy. Always finds a way to one-up me. Now, I hear some of the people he's working with staying at Gelt's Tavern. If you could go do some spying for me and get some information so maybe we can sabotage it, it would work out well.
Very well. In the meantime, hold on to this as I pluck a feather from my hair and hand it to him.
Weird flex, but okay. I'll hold on to it, and he sticks it in his hat. In his hat that's sitting on the table.
And telepathically, I'll just say, through the feather, keep this on you, and I can speak into your mind.
Oh, this is a magic feather. Okay, I got you. Alright. It says, well,
It'll only last the day.
If there's nothing else, I will see you tomorrow in the morning.
And I look to Malia for her to take the lead.
Yeah, so she'll nod and leave, and once they're safely outside of the castle gates, just sort of chuckles and says, "Well, I guess we were just paid $200 to spy on ourselves. Pretty nice."
Okay.
Yeah. Do you want to kidnap Wernest?
Well,
Not really.
I don't either, but it would get the job done, wouldn't it?
That's not what he asked us to do. If we do it by the letter of the law, he told us to go to Geld's Tavern and spy on the group that has been helping Wernest, which is us. So let's go have a drink for $200 and spy on the group that has been helping Wernest.
Such boring work, but easy money.
Not as interesting as I thought it would be.
okay. And as this is going on, I imagine Knik and Delgar. Where are you at the moment? Are you still in the slums, or?
That's a good question. What does Delgar do?
I had left Knik and was heading back to the tavern.
Okay. And as you're heading back to the tavern, Wernest sees you and he approaches you. It's like, my friend, it's good to see you. I need your assistance. I need your help.
Hey, Wernest, what's up? I'm kind of in a rush.
Well, I got a date planned with Suzy tomorrow, and I need your assistance, and I need your help. I want you to make me look as good as possible during this.
I'm really not really good at that kind of thing. What were you thinking?
Well, first I need help with like figuring out my suit situation. And then I need help with I got something planned to make me look like a bit of a hero and like a helpful guy. Then I got a gift that I want to give to Suzy, and then there's the barn dance tomorrow.
Why do you gotta look like a hero?
Because like she likes strong guys.
Yeah, but why don't you just try being yourself?
I am myself, but like I got some fierce competition this time around. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but Carlos Hardas is trying to go after her too, and I gotta look my best.
All right. Yeah, I'm really bad at this. Why don't you come with me to the tavern? You can talk to everybody. They'll probably be able to help you.
I certainly appreciate it.
Yeah, come on then. Let's go.
All right, and you return to the tavern, and I don't know where Malakar is during all this, but
I believe after considering the last session and everything, I believe I would have kept speaking to Sir Thomas and put him to bed. Let's say I put him to bed, let's say like take a nap, and Malakar would go down to the bar like exhausted with this confusing information. Let's call it information. And take a water and a meal. If it's not poisoned, of course he's gonna smell on it.
of
But
course there's no poison in any of it, so
But yeah, he would be in a tavern, like eating, drinking water.
All right. And as you're eating a meal, Delgar and Wernest come through the door. And Geld welcomes you warmly.
Hey, give me a drink.
You got it, lad. And he
I
gets
go
you a
and I
drink.
sit. Is Malakar at a table?
table, bar, I'm not quite sure. He never specified.
I go sit with Malakar and
Yeah, I would be on a table, and I would immediately offer him a seat. Like, I have a seat here.
I sit down.
I think we should talk.
Yeah, Wernest here stopped me in the street. He needs help.
Interesting.
And why would we?
What do you
help?
need help with, Wernest?
At this point in time, Malia and Raven are not here. This is like
Oh,
these are like
Okay.
side by side situations that you guys, while you guys went and talked to Carlos, this was happening on this particular side of things.
oh, okay, all right.
So you guys are both sides are blissfully unaware of what's going on.
And why would we help him?
Well, we've already helped him a dozen times before. This one doesn't involve, dungeons.
I promise, I'll pay you as well as I can.
They're like
Oh, is
family.
he with Delgar?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Please, you gotta help me. If I can just get help from all the guys in your party, like I think it could work out.
Well, where's Sir Thomas at, Malakar?
And if it works out like you plan, what will that mean?
I mean, I guess that means that I get to start courting Suzy B. Werkins.
I look at Delgar.
Why?
And like,
Why are you looking at me like that?
I have nothing against it in particular manner. Like, if you want to follow that path, I have nothing to say. Like, no, I don't want that.
Are you speaking as Malakar or like is this
That
meta?
was meta. That was meta in
Oh,
terms
okay.
of like how I'm looking at you. Like, do we want that?
May as well help him. Just wants help with a date, and I've never really done the whole traditional dating thing.
Sure. Why not?
Not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that Thomas was gonna be here on this one.
And about this time, you see Thomas, and he's dissociating hard. He just comes down the stairs, and he just leaves the tavern and starts walking off somewhere.
Oh crap! Well, there
Didn't
goes
I
that.
tell you to take a nap?
And he's just gonna be gone for, however long, and but he'll be back.
I'm not.
So you
gonna
need-
follow him.
You need nice clothes, right, Wernest?
I got something planned at Franny's Finer Wares. I was able to scrape together enough gold to afford one of the suits.
All right. Well,
Don't you have
What do you
someone
think,
else in your
Malakar?
party?
should we wait for Knik or should we just go to Fran's?
I'm sure Knik will find us.
Well, my appointment's tomorrow in the day. I know it's like a last minute appointment, but it's by appointment only.
All right. Well, we'll go with you tomorrow then. What else did you need? I forgot.
Well, we just need someone to help me look good in front of her when the time comes, and
Well, I guess we could probably stage a mugging.
I guess that could work, maybe.
Yeah, like when you're out on the date, me and Malakar come at you, demanding your coin. You throw a couple punches our way and we run off. You'll look very heroic.
Well, hopefully Suzy would be like that sort of thing, but we'll see, I guess.
Just get your heroic speech ready.
I will do what I can.
All right. What else was there? There was another thing, wasn't there?
The barn dance. Barn dance.
What do you want me to do with the barn dance?
Well, do you know how to dance?
Do I look like I know how to dance?
No.
Oh, you tell me. There's a lot of people that don't look like they don't know how to dance, and they can. That's, you know, I don't know if you ever heard of a goblin
Wernest, I
jig.
don't know how to dance.
Oh, well, in that case.
Don't know how to dance. Maybe Knik does.
Neither.
Well,
Okay, well, we got the heroics figured out. We'll get you your nice clothes, and maybe Knik can teach you a dance move or two. Definitely
Hold on, I
sounds
gotta
like a
check
surprise job.
canonically, it's just a chicken dance.
Come on now.
I
Always
don't
the
know how
slander.
to dance, but I can teach you how to dance.
I don't know about that, but
Whatever dance Malakar does, I don't think you want to repeat.
So, yeah, at this point, you know, Raven and Malia would come through the door. And then enter in.
Is Wernest still there?
Yeah, Wernest is still there.
Oh, good. Wernest is here.
One less loose end.
And it looks like he's talking with that little group that wants to help him.
Look at that.
Let's go over, shall we?
Okay. Says, hi there, ladies. I hope you're doing well. Say, are you willing to help me out tomorrow?
Oh, certainly.
Oh, that's excellent.
But with what?
Well, I'm trying to take Suzy out on a date tomorrow.
Sounds fun.
Well, I hope it is. I want to make sure that I look great for Suzy, and I want to make sure that she thinks that I'm a great guy. But I suppose I'm getting ahead of myself. I gotta go get back to work. So, and then he stands up from the table and he leaves the bar and takes off.
Did anyone want to say anything after that? I've got something planned. Nope.
Just
Yeah,
sitting
no.
there suspiciously. Shoot.
Okay. Nice. I'm glad for you. I'm happy for you. Okay. So it's as soon as Wernest walks out the door, you begin to hear clanging of metal against stone outside. And as it slowly gets closer, the heavier the thuds against the stone. Until it is right outside of the inn's window that you hear a sort of loud banging, like, and then you hear bird feet slap against the stone, seemingly jumping off of whatever seemed to have thud, and you see Knik open the door, and he perks up and turns around, pulls a piece of metal out of his pocket with a rune on it, and he presses his finger into it, and you hear come from whatever had hit the ground. And he walks over the table and sits down next to everybody without any words, and he just calls over for a thing of water and a loaf of bread.
All right. And Geld happily gets you water and bread.
Perfect. He looks incredibly tired, and he's got his face in resting against one of his hands as he sips the water.
You look
I see him.
great.
Thank you. Very restoring. It's been a long day. Please.
You're like in my sight, right?
Well, yeah, he sits down at the table. You don't
Can I
know
roll-
what it was outside though.
Can I roll an insight check on him?
Feel free. I'm not going to contest it.
Yeah, you can roll insight.
18.
Yeah, that's plenty. Go ahead. What are you trying to figure out?
I mean, you have obviously done something tonight, so I'm trying to figure out like what could you have done this night? Like, what were you up to?
Like with 18 insight, I'm just gonna put that in context of his passive insight. But from all of the details that you already know, that he had left the previous night, Delgar had went to see him, and had Delgar brought up that Ironhide was returned, or?
I don't think Delgar shared that.
I haven't brought it up. No.
Okay. Well, with the information that you are aware of, you can just kind of tell that he's been out and working the entire day. And from the sounds of the metal hitting the ground outside and the weird rune piece of metal that he had, you could tell that he's created something new.
Yeah. I believe last session I also offered you to join you, but you rejected, right?
Yes, that is true.
Okay. I'm just gonna get up, take my water, take a seat at your table, look at you, and...
Oh, he sat down at your table, so...
Oh, so you're not too far. All right, okay, then I'm just gonna look at you and... Rough night.
Lots of procedures, lots of stuff to take care of, and I don't know if you know this, but Ironhide was left at my doorstep this morning. I've no idea how they managed to do that.
You have no idea how a wizard managed to get Ironhide to your doorstep.
Must have been teleportation, but the thing's massive. I don't know how he managed to cart it through. It's at least a few 100 pounds.
Magic.
Magic. Right. Well, I don't know what spell could have done it, but he managed to
there's plenty
get
of spells that can lift heavy things.
Well, he must have done that then. But he put him outside my doorstep.
It looks like he wants to play with you first.
Seems like it. But maybe maybe he's trying to convince me. Maybe he's trying to toy with me. But
he's trying to toy with you. He's a cat.
It was definitely not a pleasant sight. And he just kind of lays his head on the table.
Well, did you fix him?
I couldn't. I couldn't find it in me to do it. I had already removed all the important pieces. It just felt like tampering with a corpse. I don't think I should have. And besides, I made something different.
The thing outside.
Yup.
Oh, good. Well, if he is bringing out the toys to tempt you. Just be wary that he'll probably visit you first in keeping his promise.
I don't think I really want to bring that kind of danger to my family in the slums. So I think I'll be staying in the populated inn, at least for tonight.
He's a wizard with magic. He could be anywhere he wants to be.
I know, I'm just saying, I don't want to endanger them.
And I'm just saying I don't think he'll give you that respect until you earn it.
Say that like I don't know. You can tell he's getting a little upset at the thought.
Take the power where you can.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you can really do.
That's all I'm trying to encourage you to do. I know you want to protect those who are important to you, Knik. That's why I'm trying to provide you with some cautions, so you can do that.
That kind of strikes a chord with him. He stands up and he takes his bread and water. He kind of looks down before walking away.
Have you made this? Have you created this?
Wait, hold on. Are you asking Knik something?
Yes.
Okay, before he walks away, he'll try to answer. What are you asking?
That thing we lost. Have you made this?
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding. What are you referring to?
He's asking if you made the thing that's outside, or if
Yes. Did he go and look, or?
That was your creation.
Yes. I spent most of last night and a good portion of today making something new.
That is fascinating. I'm sorry I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please, go on with your business.
You're fine. And he goes about his business. He just kind of steps outside for a second.
All right, and as you're stepping outside, two people walk into the tavern. They're both seem to be chuckling and laughing, and the first one's telling his buddy, "I'm telling you, I should be the one under the ladder. My help me voice is way more convincing." And the other one says, "Oh, piss off. I've practiced falling dramatically. I've even studied stage combat." The first one says, "Ooh, I studied stage combat." "We're pretending to get saved by Carlos, not doing a play, you jackass." And the second one says, "Fine. And then I get to be the guy in the market who almost gets run over by the cart. That's the big moment." And the first one says, "Oh yeah? Well, who's going to push the cart?" And the second one starts thinking, and he starts scratching his head. And it's like, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out tomorrow.
They're talking loud enough for everyone to hear, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Malakar, after the conversation with Knik, Malakar would like to leave the inn and follow a plan. That's a bit specific. I'm gonna give room to others to leave for their stuff, but
Okay.
I have something in mind.
Yeah, sure.
Any reactions to that information that's been disseminated?
Okay, so Sid Malakar is off to do something,
Yeah.
and Nick sees him walking out of the inn, and he's going to tug on the back of whatever cloak he's got. You need help with anything?
If you want to, you can help me.
Depends what you're doing though. What are you off to do?
We are gonna create. Create. Yes.
I'm kind of concerned what you mean by that. I think I'll accompany just to make sure nothing goes wrong.
You have created something, right? And
Yes,
it was
like,
beautiful.
Would you like to see it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Show me.
So, it's at this that Nick turns around, pulls out the little remote with the rune on it. He presses his finger into it, and something springs to life. Something that was condensed into somewhat of a large cube of metal unfolds itself with a sturdy frame and slender limbs that give it agility, and claws and such, a long, strong tail, and a stubby head with razors for teeth. And I have sent the sample image.
Ooh.
It's beautiful.
That is fucking wild.
Yeah, I really dig this one. But he hops onto it as it springs to life, and there's a perfect spot for him to nestle onto as a sort of riding point. It's just the new model I've been working on.
What does it mean? What
You mean, what's the model mean?
what's the difference? Is it better?
This one is more inclined to my movements. Ironhide was a lot more accustomed to brute strength. This one should be a lot more agile. Should be much more dexterous. But it's got the weight to throw around.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
I
spent a lot of time working on this.
I want to create two eventually, but I believe I'm not as powerful as you are at the moment, but I have plans for creation too.
You're making me worried. What do you plan to create, Malakar?
A being.
Being? Please, could you be a bit more descriptive?
Just like you. A lovable, sentient creature that will help us fight.
Hey. Well, maybe I can help then.
What?
He says maybe he can help them.
Oh.
Yeah.
I will let you know when the time has come.
Well, where are you off to now then?
To be fair, meta-wise, I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually mixed up my characters and I thought I already can necromance, but I can't right now. I need another level or two.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Alright, well, are you
Eventually.
off to do anything?
Now, like, disappointed that I lack the power to create like you, I'm just gonna... Maybe we should go back to the others.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, I guess we do that then.
All right.
You'll park the construct and head back inside.
All right. You guys go back inside.
Yep.
And after a little bit of time, so someone else comes in. It appears to be this elderly woman. She's appears to be very fit. And Geld says to her, "Ah, Bernice, what can I get for you?" It's like, I'll take a regular ale. So I gotta tell you something, Geld. There's a kindly man, very sweet. He's told me I should be pretend to be struggling with some boxes in the market, and the young lad's gonna swoop in and help me. Girly like says it's supposed to impress her. And killed us like, and someone paid for that. And she goes, "Hey, easiest payday ever. I just gotta look pathetic for a few seconds, and I gotta say, oh my, what a strapping young man!" And boom, everyone claps.
Why is everyone clapping? Is it something we would understand?
Yeah, I'm dropping some hints here.
So I don't think they're not clapping just yet. It's just somebody saying that everybody would clap for whatever heroicism or whatever.
So she just showing off.
No,
Well,
right now,
they're helping.
Well, she's talking about how someone paid her to act like a helpless lady tomorrow.
Gotcha.
A very strange, odd man that seems to be very kind.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Raven. I guess my thoughts were something different, but it seems that we have signed up for a circus. I particularly don't want to be involved with any of it.
We've already signed.
I've already studied his contract. I can reword the contract if we want out.
What's done is done.
I'm not playing a fool for another fool. That's a waste of our talents. It's a waste of our skills. And it appears to me that they have hired other fools to play the fool for them. So they have plenty of people that they need.
I suspect that even if we help to our best ability, it's not going to make a difference.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm sick and tired of not making a difference.
And you're saying this in proximity of everyone else?
Whoever's still at the table with us, yeah.
Yeah, I think Delgar is still at the table.
Delgar's drinking.
I mean, we would eventually rejoin, but I'm not sure about the time schedule. I think so, Knik, right?
If you want to head back to the table, feel free.
Yeah, I mean that was my plan. Like I would have went out
Go ahead.
and just be like thinking about like creating and and noticing that I'm not capable of that yet. Then would have went back, but that's what I'm not sure about the time schedule and stuff. So I guess you girls can choose like if you want to do it before or after we rejoin.
You can join anytime you want.
I mean, do you want to hear us or do you not want to hear us? What would you prefer? Because you have obviously the choice here.
Well, she's saying, what would Malakar choose to do at this point? Is Malakar sitting off by himself? Is he trying to rejoin the party and sit at the table with the rest of the party?
I mean, Malakar would like to rejoin, like after he notices that he likes the power to create, like Knik can.
Okay. So you would sit back down at the table.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
So, except for Nick, we're all at the table now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying it'd be an interesting game to play tomorrow. No matter what side of we're on.
If you consider it interesting, that is fair.
It's only for 24 hours.
Hmm.
And after that, the contract is done.
Right, and as this is going on, there are more and more people coming into the bar as outside it begins to start getting dark. And eventually, the bar is packed with people. I mean, you still have your table and everything, and but there's people chatting all over the place. And you hear one particularly boisterous guy, he appears to be a jeweler merchant, and he's just laughing up and down. He goes, "Best sale I made all week. Some noble idiot came in and bought a ridiculously gaudy necklace for his lady love. Paid double what it's worth, too."
Oh. I do love it when people think they can buy a heart.
Well, I mean, you should see what it looks like, though. I mean, if there's anything I could buy a heart, it might be this one. Huge, encrusted with gold, rubies, sapphires. It's practically screaming, "Look how rich I am!" But I mean, if that could just, it is one of the most precious things that I've ever sold. But I did get a steal of a deal by selling it at the price I did.
How much profit did you make?
Oh, at least 2,000 gold. At least.
2,000, I hear. Sounds like the kind of man who could be tossing around $200 to every person he meets.
Sounds like a man with no substance trying to fill it with coin.
And as this conversation, as this is going on, a guy dressed in like he seems to be dressed in like a bit of a very fine-fitting suit coat, like a vest and slacks, and he's looking around and he spots Malia and Raven and comes over to you. It's like, are you the ones that were hired by Lord Hardas? We need to go over the plans for tomorrow.
How many plans have you made?
Oh, this one is specifically for the barn dance. So we have arranged for the orchestra as he requested, but he wanted to make sure that everything was going to be put in place and said to communicate through you two. So we wanted to make sure that all the information was passed along. But the music is custom done, amazing orchestra, and we will ensure that it is only the best for Lord Hardas.
Right. Well, as I look to Delgar, who is still drinking.
Yep.
And then kind of glare daggers at this guy. Kind of give him the subtle nod that, hey, don't fucking tell us this shit right now. We're kind of doing our jobs and spying on people.
So I was passing along messages. I guess this is the wrong time. I guess I will be back, but I think I passed along the message, so I'm going to leave now. And he rushes out the door.
Can I just skip tomorrow? Can I just sleep through tomorrow? I don't want to be involved with tomorrow at all. How do I do that?
Well, you're an elf, so
Yeah, I
like trying
don't
to fall
get to do
asleep.
that. Yeah, no, I know. That's the worst part of it. I get to experience more of tomorrow than anybody else.
even the strongest of drow poison will not change.
Hmm.
This is gonna be fun.
Right. And Nick, where are you at the moment?
Oh, I was fucking muted. That's why. Okay, I thought I contributed, and I thought I just got straight ignored.
No.
That's... So
No, you have not been ignored.
It was quiet the whole time I was talking too. So I thought you just like moved past it. Like,
No.
fuck this guy.
I've been waiting for people to chime in and add to this,
Oh,
because I was wondering, is this just boring? Am I just did I just plan so poorly that nobody wants to engage with this?
It's just it's just like character stuff going on. But Nick had walked up behind the guy before he had walked away, and I said, as this man is walking away, he may bump into Nick, since it'd be a little hard to see him. But he walks up to the table and then says, did I miss something? And he's asking because he heard the end of the conversation with that guy.
Oh, haven't you heard the
Classic
gem
case.
of Stone called the princess of princesses, her beautiness of all beauties, Suzy B. Werkins is going to be courted by 2 gentlemen tomorrow.
That's nearly every day.
No,
There's nobody
Wernest
knows.
has competition tomorrow.
There's always competition for Suzy B. Werkins.
I wish I really talked to you then before I took this stupid contract because I don't want to do it. I don't want to be involved with this nonsense, and it's just
Well-
insanity.
The difference is, do you think Wernest has got the chance?
From the sounds of it, his competitor has spent hundreds of gold paying people to be rescued by him so he can look like some grand knight. I'm sure Wernest has been looking for people to be rescued too as well. He has spent thousands of gold on jewelry for this Suzy B Werkins, and he has spent who knows how much on an orchestra for this whatever her barn dance is tomorrow.
Like I've heard this story a million times by now.
Then you can tell me how it ends and I could just ignore tomorrow? Yes?
It never works with Suzy B working hard. But I've seen so many people try, and nobody ever succeeds. I think it's because they always approach it like this.
So
Yeah, it's over the top.
Right.
So have you took the contract, or have you not taken the contract?
We took the contract to listen in on to the people that Wernest hired to see what Wernest was doing tomorrow. That's what we're doing right now. We're doing our job.
Who's the group that promised that they'd help him?
When we
So-
came
so-
to this table, Wernest was sitting here talking to Delgar.
Wait,
So what
you were
is
hired to snoop on us.
Yes!
That.
What were you saying, Malakar?
rats? You have been paid to rat on us? Or how are we supposed to understand these circumstances?
It was my mistake. I did not, because I am not from Stone Call. I don't know who this individual was.
What was his name?
What have you told them?
Nothing.
Inside check.
Well, she's not lying to you.
Yeah,
I
I'm not
mean,
lying to you.
meta-wise, I know that, of course. But
Well,
Well,
I mean,
I roll a nat 1. I fail your insight check. I'm not lying to you.
okay, I was just like determining how much I trust these because
I mean
this
that,
could
that's
be
that's
like-
yeah,
she
because
knows you don't trust her.
but I mean, I would like to trust you.
No, you won't.
I mean, it would help the party. But... You
Did you
rolled
catch
a
his
net
name?
one.
well, she wouldn't because she can intentionally fail a roll.
Mm-hmm. I could intentionally fail.
Did
So-
you catch his name?
Carlos Hardas.
Can I roll for something to see if I know anything about the guy?
Sure.
Since I've lived in Stone Call. Okay. What should I? What should it
History.
be? Okay. I have a +3. Let's see. I'm not gonna use Kenku Recall. Actually, no. I think I will. Yeah, I'm gonna use Kenku Recall. 14.
You know that he's a very he's a hard ass. Kind of a
Okay.
guy that likes to throw his money around. He's the son of a kind of a bit more of a important noble, just kind of a spoiled, basically a spoiled brat with a lot of money.
Wait, so you said his name was Carlos?
Carlos.
Oh no. I really wish you talked to me beforehand. Carlos is
Wait.
one of the worst nobles.
You should talk. You shouldn't talk with them at all. They are traitors.
Oi.
They backstabbed us.
When
Didn't
have
they?
I ever backstabbed you?
Didn't they just state that they ratted on us?
No, I said I was paid to listen to the people that were working with Wernest. I didn't say that I told anybody anything about any of you.
Like, look at your DMs, please.
I wish you told me that you'd be working with Carlos before you signed anything. He's one of the
So
worst
do I.
nobles. All he ever
So
does
do
is puff
I.
around his money.
Malakar is
So
confused.
why? Like I said, I highly regret it. I don't want to do it.
Nick,
Yes.
I know we don't share the same beliefs, but we have fought side by side, and you have saved me, and I have saved you. What do you think?
About what?
About Malakar thinking I'm a rat.
Well, did you ask more about the contract before you signed it? What did you ask? Did you know what kind of work you were picking up?
I'm not a native to Stonecall.
But you could have asked them what the job was.
Yes.
Did he just simply not tell you? Or did you just pick it up without asking anything?
I have cured your wounds. How could you do this to us?
That's enough. She places a set of torturer's tools in front of Malakar that she got from the Thieves Guild. Looks at him and says, I'm not the only one who has made mistakes in this party. And leaves the table to go up to her room.
Oh, that hits. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. It's at that Nick goes silent, and he kind of looks around to everyone that's left at the table. And he kind of just sulks back up to his own room as well.
I'm gonna play with the tea stewards.
Alright. And after these two leave, a really drunk guy kind of stumbles into your table and sits down where Malia was sitting. And you can tell he's just kind of plastered. And he's looking at everyone on the table. He's like, you're not who I was talking to, but whatever. I guess I'll finish my story. So get this. I got paid really good gold to mess with some poor sap's suit measurement and Franny's finer wares. Apparently this is fitting as tomorrow. And it's bad. Like real bad. We're talking
Oh, do tell.
We're talking tight in all the wrong places. The moment he tries to move, pop! Buttons everywhere.
Very interesting story.
But, anyway. Where's my buddy? And he just kind of passes out onto the floor. And Gil says, Calvin, got another one. Kick him out, please. you see this, redheaded kid start dragging the unconscious guy out and throws him over a rope in front of it's on this, so it's this dangling rope that's over a trough. A hangover.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Did you guys not know that's what that was? What that was a thing?
I had no idea.
Yeah, that's why it's called a hangover.
Historically disputed.
So,
Classic.
and with that, like the guild starts kicking people out and stops serving alcohol. And it comes to you guys like, all right, pay your tab and go to bed.
Am I the last one left of the party in the tavern?
Oh, right now it's you, Raven, and Delgar at the table.
Yeah, Delgar's just gonna get up and go to.
So it's me and Raven.
Yep.
I'm gonna do a little head shake towards the stairs. Gesture here to let's go together. I'm gonna pick up the thief's tools.
The torturer
and move
tools?
Towards... No, the thief's tools that
No,
Malia.
they were
Huge
torturer's tools. They're torturer's tools that she gave you.
Yeah, she got you a gift.
She paid specifically to get you a set of torturer's tools.
Oh, I get it. Anyway, okay, that changes, but anyway, I'm gonna head towards your room. And I'm gesturing towards Raven, with my hat, to let's go together. And if she follows me or not, I'm gonna head towards Malia's room and knock.
Curious enough to follow.
Knock. Knock, 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 knock.
Malia opens the door. You can see on... I don't know if these rooms have desks. I'm picturing there's a desk in my room now. On the desk in her room, there's she has all of her items from her bag sort of spread out across the desk. Yes.
I'm gonna hand you a sack of 100 gold and... I was
taking
wrong. We should trust you. But... be realistic. The circumstances, if you look at them from a feeble-minded, they speak heavily against you. But we have fought together, and I believe we can trust each other. I might be paranoid sometimes, but after analyzing everything, I think that I and the others can say that you know it yourself. You are in difficult circumstances, but we do trust you. You have fought with us side by side. I have healed your wounds. And you have killed the people that tried to kill me. That's a fact. And I think we can move on from that as a party that trusts each other.
I never was the one who had trust issues, Malakar.
That's correct. But you were the one who had a backstory that gave doubts about your intentions.
And by telling the people I trusted the entire thing and cutting myself off from ever going back home or having any connection to who I was or what I was doing. My past does not define me. I am fallen. I'm past that.
And that's what I, or maybe we, recognize right now.
No, you... Offering me money is not recognizing that.
Sure, I take the money back. I'm not gonna offer you money. It was just a bonus to these tools you offered me. Like, it was not a payment to you, it was just a payment for the debt that I owe you.
The tools were a payment to the debt you gave me. So we were clear.
Except that
I just hope that you can prove it in actions moving forward, Malakar, instead of words. You don't have to be right behind me when I'm opening a chest. Whatever I find when we're working together goes to the party. It is shared to the party. You and Sir Thomas don't have to pick up things from the floor in a rush to make sure it is yours.
I take your word.
Just be cautious when it is your time to speak to that man. He's playing games.
Maybe I like to play games too.
Well, if you think yourself better than him, you're going to be put in a losing situation, and you've already done that once to yourself. So be careful. Be cautious, and try not to rush forward without knowing the consequences.
I heard your words.
Like I said, I have no problem working with this party. I have no problem trusting this party. this party are the only people I have left in my life.
I trust your words.
Very well. And she'll go back to her little table and start cleaning through some of the items that she had set out.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn around and look at Raven.
She's
I'm just
kinda
gonna
giving
stare
you
at her.
a strange look.
Staring.
You know you're awkward.
Staring.
Trust isn't bought. And she'll turn around and go into her room.
Gonna stare. Wait a minute. Go to my room.
Okay.
Seems everybody's at their rooms now.
So, all right, go ahead.
Okay, so it's, I'm assuming a little bit of time passes, but still during the night, Knik is going to walk over to Delgar's door. He's going to knock on it. Mr. Delgar, you awake? You
How
decent?
late is it? How late is it?
It's like, midnight-ish.
Or you
It
sober,
takes
or
the-
you slosh? Sorry.
It takes him a while, but Delgar gets to the door, opens it up, and goes, "What do you want?"
Sorry, but are you sober enough for a talk?
Yeah, come on in. I snuck some ale upstairs.
Oh, well, I think that's allowed, right?
Yeah, he invites you in.
Yeah, he's gonna walk in and hop into whatever chair, stool, or seat that's available. Oh, Mr. Delgar, I just was a bit curious about a few things.
Right?
Are you still with this group?
Why am I still with the group?
Yeah.
I don't know. Guess it's just like started it, gotta see it out, Plus, kind of becoming a bit fond of you guys.
At that, he kind of gets lost in his own thoughts for a minute. What? It feels like we've had more hurdles to jump over with just our party, and less so what we face. I'm kind of worried it won't last.
That's how these things work, Knik. We'll come together, don't always get along. Just kind of have to work through it. People have flaws. You have to accept them for those flaws. If it breaks apart, it breaks apart. But if it doesn't, then it doesn't.
What do you do to keep it from happening? From stuff from falling apart?
Oftentimes, the longer you try to keep hold of something, the faster you lose it.
Really?
Yeah. Wouldn't worry too much about it. If you have our problems, we're always there for each other, and that's what matters most.
You think Malia and Malakar will make up at some point?
I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully. Certainly make things easier.
I suppose it would, but you know, you've really helped me a lot, Mr. Delgar. You gave me a lot to think about, and I don't think I found the words earlier, but I wanted to thank you for the statue you made. It's probably the nicest thing I've got in the home.
Think nothing of it. It was... just didn't seem right to not honor him in some way.
Thank you.
Also, didn't feel right to put that in my garden considering he wasn't mine. Belonged with you.
As much as yours as mine, but...
Appreciate you saying that. I liked him a lot. He was pretty fun to ride into battle with.
He made a lot. He was the first design I ever cooked up, and he was years in the making. I just never had the material to make him, or, well, the know-how to put him, to really piece him together.
And now you do. You're coming along nicely, Nick.
Thank you.
I still remember that little bird man who jumped on top of the Stone Guardian.
Oh, you gotta bring that up.
You've come miles since then. Building death machines now. Killing a Stone Guardian yourself. Doing well, kid. Doing well.
At that, he kind of goes quiet. You know, I kind of feel like I'm really doing something right for once.
Yeah?
It feels like things can really get better. You know,
Of course they can.
I've been holding on to something my mom and pop told me before they passed. They always told me, you'll never change the world by being just like it. And I hope, and he kind of tears up, and I hope I can be a son that they could be proud of.
I think you already are, buddy. Already are.
Thank you. Well, I didn't mean to make it about me, and he rubs the tears from his eyes. But I wanted to ask more about you. Just maybe one more thing, and I'll let you get back to sleep. But I wanted to know what your life was like before this. What was it like living out in the forest? What's it like just being self-sufficient? Being alone?
Well, honestly, it's just mostly peaceful. I wake up, I eat, go to the forest, find more food, maybe a bit of hunting, chop some firewood, evenings, carve something out of stone or wood, hang out with Knik. You gotta take in all the small things. City, everyone gets so busy, from here to there, nowhere to nothing at all. Forest, you take things day by day, hour by hour, battle by battle. I miss it a lot.
Did you
You're-
ever share that life with anyone?
Not really, but there was a ranger who used to come visit me pretty often.
A ranger?
He's just kind of grumbling to himself, and her name was Thoma. We don't talk anymore.
He catches on to the grumbling and kind of hesitates. Ooh, well, if it's what do you call a sore subject, I won't ask more.
It's fine, just... She's not around anymore. We got into an argument. I told her to never come back.
Oh no.
She never did. I find her arrows from time to time, but
Oh,
that's all I've really seen of her.
well, story didn't work out better.
Yeah, other than that, it was me and my mom until I was 14. She died.
Well, you
Yeah.
understand.
Just, the most of it's just been me.
And did you like life you had before this more, or are they
Stone.
not comparable?
Stone Call will never be my home, kid. Not even close.
I don't blame you.
But it's not all bad. There's good things. Like anywhere. Suppose. What about you? What's life like in Stone Call slums? Can't be easy.
Definitely not. There's no stone pathways, so the dirt ground gets muddy when it rains. There's
Ugh.
an overcrowding problem. There's just a lot of scarcity. You know how I said I couldn't build Ironhide before then, right?
Yeah.
Because there was no scrap to work with. There's always just a spare nail, or a small plate of metal, or maybe just, if you're lucky, you might find a dagger, but usually rusted, chipped.
It stifles the
Um,
creativity.
Absolutely. You don't find much opportunity there. And, you know, I've made more gold in my life than I ever had trying to make do with jobs in Stone Cold. It's hard to get food. It's hard to do anything.
Yeah.
I feel for the people I'm kind of stuck with there. I've been with them my whole life, so I can't just up and leave now. You know, I can't go look for better opportunities in another city. I could. Sometimes I think about it, but I can't protect them all if I were to bring them with me.
Yeah.
And they call Stone Call their home. So,
Let me put it to you this way, Nick. If my forest were on fire, I wouldn't just get up and leave. I'd die putting out that fire. Can't leave here. You're much a part of this place as it is you.
what it is, but when the people around you are dying from starving, from dehydration, from illness, or just being beaten on the side of the road, it feels a lot less like home, you know.
Yeah.
I'm scared every day that I'll lose Thorin, Willow, or Mule or Morit, any of them. They mean too much to me. It's so dangerous.
Is your siblings or friends?
More so friends. Mule and Morit are the twins. They're tabaxis. You've got Willow.
Is
I
this
knew
still
her the
like?
longest.
Is this still like a doorstep conversation you two have?
No, he's in the room with me.
No, yeah, he's in the room. He's sat on like a chair.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
go ahead and keep
Gotcha.
going. Keep going.
Gotcha.
There's Willow. I've known her the longest, and she's kind of like the mum of a group. And then there's Thorin. He's a lizard folk. He's my best friend. We kind of kept track of all the demi-humans. We kind of made our own little group there, our own little family. There's a lot of young'uns, a lot of toddlers. They're the same as me. They lose their parents or siblings that were taking care of them.
Yeah. I forget that humans don't treat demi-humans like each other here. I knew that, I just keep forgetting it. It's not something I encounter in the forest that often.
Well, that's the thing. People like to forget.
Yeah.
As long as they're out of sight, out of mind. But that's no fault of yours, so no point mulling it over. But you understand.
Yeah, I do. But, well, maybe things will get better. Maybe we can do something to make things better. I think this city needs a good kick in the ass.
You said it.
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah. The reason I was asking was because I was trying how to imagine it in my head, and it was fucking amazing, man. I want to applaud you too, man. That was
Thank you.
That was fucking next level RP, man. I love it. Love it.
Thank you.
Well, I've drank a bit too much, Nick. I think you ought to go to bed too.
I think that'd be smart. I spent maybe, around 8 hours working. Yeah, I think some sleep will both do us good.
Oh, by the way, I think someone's trying to sabotage Wernest.
Oh, yeah, I could collect, but I didn't hear all of it, so if you need help with fixing that, he seemed like a good guy. I don't really want to, I don't really want to see his heart broken. He seems like an honest guy.
Yeah, we'll deal with it tomorrow.
All right. Well, anything you need, I'll be there. Good night,
Same goes
Mr.
with me.
Delgar.
Good night, Nick. Get some rest.
He hops off the chair and he waddles out the room back to his.
Alright. And assuming nothing else happens tonight, everyone's gonna get a long rest.
Nice.
So click the button for the long rest, although I don't think it's necessary, but
Hit the button!
I need it.
hit the button.
I need that so I could get my Kenku recall back.
Oh, okay. And then the next day, and I'm gonna switch up the mood of the stream here. So it's and we're gonna go ahead and change the music a little bit. And you wake up. It is a beautiful, wonderful day. Today is the day. It is the day of the barn dance.
Yes. What a
Of the date
beautiful day.
between Ernest and Suzy B. Werkins, as well as Carlos and Suzy B. Werkins. She planned a double date. She double booked.
What?
So
She's no good.
Yeah.
she's a coquette,
That's a
okay?
bad sign.
She's a what?
She's a coquette.
She's a.
A coquette
I thought
refers
you
to. Oh, like a coquette refers to a woman that knows she's very beautiful and utilizes her beauty to like entice men.
Oh, I've never heard that before.
So.
Word either. Wow.
I thought you said cokehead.
That's what I
about
thought
to say.
too.
Oh no.
No. Let me type.
Yeah, how do you even spell that?
I was like, why are we being told this information?
Oh yeah, I
How
know
do you-
this
how do you
woman. I
spell
know
that
this
word?
woman.
Coquette?
Oh no.
Good. So that's the word right there. So yeah, she's a coquette. Coquette.
Gotcha.
God, I wish that was me.
Huh? Hold on. I need to see whatever this image is.
I didn't post an image.
Oh, you didn't?
No. In any case,
Girl, what?
so you guys are all up for the morning, and Wernest is at Guild's Tavern waiting for you guys to come out in front of the store. It's in front of Guild's Tavern.
Delgar will go and find his first thing on his brain is to go and find Wernest. So he's gonna leave the tavern looking for Wernest.
Yep, and he's just right there in front of the door, so it's not, you don't have to travel very far.
Wernest.
Is it fine if
Yes,
Nick
yes,
follows?
it's almost time for my appointment. Can you get the
New plan.
Oh, what's the
New
plan?
So is Nick with me?
Yeah, Nick's gonna be there. He's hopping on the new construct, and he's ready to go.
Raven is there too.
Outside, before Raven went downstairs, Malia would have just given her the other $100 of the contract and went back in her room.
Malakar is just gonna do his morning whipping.
Okay.
Position.
Is
Plan
Malakar
up
going to assist with this endeavor?
If he's gonna get like hugged up, he's gonna in. He's gonna be in. But
What's
Okay.
the name of the rival?
Carlos
Close.
Hardar. Oh, it's a
Carlos.
Hardar.
Hardar?
Oh, no.
Carlos
Hard. Yeah. You don't call him
No
Hardas
fortunate last
because
name.
the S is silent. The S stands for silent. So anyway, so I guess it is if it's just gonna be Nick, Raven, and Delgar. At this
Seems
point.
like it.
Okay. And I mean, I guess if you guys want to do,
Yeah.
if Malakar or Malia wants to do anything, I guess just let me know.
I
And-
mean, did Malakar have any specific information about this event, or was he like invite? I mean,
yeah, no, the
Malia-
Wernest asked for your assistance.
I was present there, right? I remember. Yeah. Okay. Let's say I would go down to the tavern, have my water and my breakfast, and I would follow my my fellow brothers and sisters eventually if they would take this. Like I would follow them.
All right. So Wernest is saying, "All right, we got to get to Franny's Finer Wares. We gotta go get that suit on.
New plan.
What's the plan?
You know a guy named Carlos Hardas?
Hardar?
Yeah, sounds right.
He doesn't like being called Hardass, but I think it's funny.
It is pretty funny, actually. Yeah, he's sabotaging you.
Oh, as he usually does. I think he's just, I don't know. I've never seen him as anything more than just like a guy, but he doesn't like me for some reason.
Yeah, so we're gonna sabotage him. We're gonna kidnap Suzy.
Kidnap Suzy? No. You'll get in trouble for
I
that.
like this plan.
It's not really kidnapping. We're just gonna borrow her for a second. We're gonna cordially invite her to a what do you call it? Like pre-party off.
She's got her own personal bodyguards.
Tell us, what exactly do you want from us? What do you expect from us for your payment?
What? I just need your help.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're helping him, Malakar. We're not getting paid.
Well, I did offer to pay you, but I could pay you something. But I've used most of my money just buying this suit that I'm supposed to get fitted for.
So what do you expect from us?
To help me look good in front of Suzy.
Yeah, well, that's what we're gonna do. But you can't do it at the barn dance because Hardas is gonna be there, and he's already made a bunch of plans to screw you over.
But what plans did he make?
Well, he bought something really expensive. He paid a guy to get your suit all messed up. There's gonna be a whole orchestra there.
Oh, you know what? I think I have solutions. Well, the suit we can take care of that, but like I can't afford to miss that. The deposit was non-refundable, so I gotta go to that.
Yikes!
I gotta get something.
Well, so. we can get stuff, sure, but then we gotta pick up Suzy and
but
basically we'll pick her up, we'll take her to the barn dance. If anyone tries to get near her, me and Malakar will beat them up.
Well, she's got her own personal bodyguards. Like they're pretty big and strong.
Bigger and stronger than me?
Yeah, they're like 6 feet tall.
What was your name again?
Well, my name's Wernest. Wernest D. Earl. And this here is Vern.
What?
We don't know about Vern.
Do you pray to Leviatar?
I do not pray to Leviatar. I don't know who that is. Anyway, we gotta get going. Otherwise, we're gonna be late to my fitting.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, Knik, you come with me and Wernest. We'll go to the suit place. Malakar, right. Raven, you go secure a carriage.
All right.
And he's okay. So Knik's gonna hop onto the new constructs, and the construct is going to bite into the back of Delgar's cape and try to hoist him onto its back because he knows he doesn't. Don't worry, Delgar. He just knows you're not the fastest runner. Let's get moving.
Franny's finer fares.
Yes. And then he starts running off.
And then everybody charges.
And as you arrive at this merchant square, you see that there is a balding man that's holding the hand of this really rather elegant woman. And Wernest is notably just like upset at this. It's like, Suzy! And he waves his hand, and Suzy's like waves back at him. It's this really pretty woman. Think of like let's say Emma Stone. The equivalent of Emma Stone.
Oh no.
And she's quite gorgeous. And
do I have like a minute with Wernest alone?
No.
Because I would like to cast a spell on him. But, okay.
What spell are you trying to cast?
I would like to cast Enhance Ability on him, Charisma.
Okay. His charisma's already at like a 20, so.
Really?
So, he's a very lovable guy. People like him a lot.
See. Okay. All right.
But I would like to tell him that he will gonna be like, nobody is gonna resist his charm if he follows Leviathan's path. And then I would like to cast a spell on him.
All right. I guess roll a persuasion check, because I think this is that's the most pertinent check.
I mean, I'm not lying.
Well, I mean that's like, there's not a roll for inspiration. So
I mean, it could be perception if I would be like,
well,
lying to him.
No, I'm gonna just say persuasion.
Well, that's fair. Oh, that's terrible. That's a 9.
Okay. He's grateful for the support. But
does he take the spell or does he not take it? Because I have concentration on it. I need to know.
I mean, are you gonna try to hold concentration on this all day?
I have. It's a 1 hour spell.
Okay, it's probably not going to be that relevant or useful for the next hour.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like I said, you probably don't need to be using spells or anything for this particular section of the session.
Gotcha.
So, if anything, the ability checks are going to be for other stuff, but you won't need to cast any spells for anything.
Okay.
So, and as you guys are arriving in this town square and getting ready to go into Fanny's Finer Wares, you see that a bard comes out of nowhere and stands directly in front of Carlos and Suzy. And he goes, "Oh, Carlos! I have an ode to Carlos, the grand and the glorious! Oh, Carlos, our Carlos, the greatest of men! His jawline is chiseled, his muscles are 10! The gods took their time, made him handsome and strong. To deny him your heart would be grievously wrong. His stride is perfection, his smile divine. If you saw him shirtless, you'd surely lose time. His wealth has no limit, his charm knows no end. If Carlos loves you, your broken heart mends. Oh, Carlos, our Carlos, the man of the age. He's dashing, he's noble, he's wise as a sage. All men
Nick
should envy."
interrupt?
Oh, I'm almost done. I got one more line.
Can he interrupt anyways?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nick is visibly uncomfortable at this bard just absolutely stroking this man's ego. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna ask Delgar to get off of the new construct, and he's gonna hop off as well, and he's gonna order it to bite the back of whatever clothes he's got on and carry him off.
And so Susie's here for all this?
Suzy is here and she's witnessing all of this.
Delgar's gonna walk up to Suzy while that thing's doing its thing.
And the guy's gonna finish as he's being dragged off. All men should envy, all ladies should swoon, for Carlos shall shine like the radiant moon, as he's being carried off. And Suzy's like, "Wow, that's a lot. You really paid someone to do that?"
Yeah, I know. I've heard better lyrics from a cave troll's backside.
I don't know if that's appropriate. Yeah. And Carlos is like, "Hey, you bucko, back off before I get my bodyguards to take care of you."
Oh, you must be Hardas.
It's hard A. The S stands for silent, buddy.
You tell people that, really?
Do you have any business with me, or are you just getting in the way?
Oh,
Mr.
no,
Hardas!
no.
Mr. Hardas!
Oh,
Hate
great.
to get into Hardas's way.
They brought a Kenku here.
They hired me. They gave me a few gold pieces to tell you you needed them in the upper city.
I don't believe you for a second. I got a butler for that kind of stuff. Come, Suzy, we got breakfast plans. And they begin to walk away towards their breakfast plans. And Wernest's like, "No, let's go in and get my suit taken care of."
What do you see in her, Wernest?
She's just not a nice person, and she's just very beautiful.
Yeah,
I think
but
you need some higher standards.
She kind of seems like she only cares about money, wealth, and power. And I don't mean to be offensive, but I don't think you really have any of that, buddy.
Well, hopefully hope she likes me for my personality.
I wouldn't bet on that from her.
Did you give
Well-
her that necklace already?
Well,
Wait, did you?
yeah, I mean, that's how I was able to get a date with her in the first place.
Where you gave her a
Oh.
priceless
Oh,
artifact of infinite wealth, and she's now having breakfast with that guy?
I think it was just mostly to keep up appearances. Just,
I really don't think you're thinking logically about this, dude.
it's like,
Easy,
well,
dude.
anyway, let's get me fitted real quick, and he rushes into Franny's finer wares.
What's going on, Nick?
No, Karsh. I think this is a lost cause. I think we just gotta convince him that this ain't worth going through with. Imagine if he does, like, get Suzy B Werkins. What if she just bleeds him for cash? I
I don't
think...
think that's an if.
Right. Well, I think we switch up our game plan again. What about
We
if
beat
I
up
just
Carlos.
go grab... well, no, that would not bode well for, me. But if you would like to, I wouldn't oppose to it. I was going to propose that I go run and grab Malia, and she could get the necklace, while you try to convince him that this is an awful decision.
What kind of ceremony is this?
For the purposes of what's going to happen next, I would like for Nick to go into Franny's finer wares with Delgar,
Okay.
because
How about you come
You'll
inside
do
with
that. Yeah,
me,
you'll
and then
do that
go
first.
to Malia.
But just for the protocol, what kind of ceremony is this, or party, or whatever?
It's barn dance.
I think it's just a dance. Yeah, just a dance.
It's just like, okay, got it.
Alright, well, we enter the
all right.
shop.
And you can see that there's a tailor, like, checking out the size and measurements on his suit, and she says, "Oh no, this will not do. Something seems to have happened to this suit. Just give me about 10 minutes, and I shall have it ready for you." And she says, "Gwendolyn, dear, if you would just finish up as soon as you can, I would appreciate it." And you look over, and there is this 8-foot tall woman, and she is gigantic. And as she turns around and looks at sees who's coming in, her eyes lock directly onto Nick. And she raises her hands to her face and breathes in real heavy, and she almost like has a silent scream, and she starts running over towards Nick, and you can feel the ground shake with each step,
Bastard!
and picks him up, and he says, "Oh, how cute!" And she shoves him into her bosom and starts spinning around in a big circle. "What is this precious creature? Look at his tiny little hands and his adorable beady eyes."
Ma'am, could you put my friend down?
Oh,
As funny as this
Description of
is,
this woman, too.
he looks uncomfortable.
It's like, "Oh, sweet heavens! Whatever it costs to have him, I will pay you handsomely." And he speaks too. Oh my goodness! 1,000 gold.
He's not an item you can purchase. He's a living creature with thoughts and feelings, even speaks.
Oh, please do not be greedy. You seem like good folk. Surely you wish for him to have a proper home, a palace, a
I
life of
don't own
luxury.
Oh my gosh.
What is wrong with you?
Look.
Please let me go.
Look, he could be my pet, and I would treat him very well. Trust me, Sir Percival. Is 1,000 gold not a reasonable offer? And you look over as this guy with a handlebar mustache. It's like, "That'd be a excellent offer, Sir Gwendolyn. You see, I must have him for House Fatsberry."
Did you just say Fatberry?
Yes, my name is Gwendolyn Fatsberry. Imagine,
Real name?
imagine it, little one.
1,000 gold is a very fair offer.
You shall have your own
You're
golden
not
bird cage, a wardrobe with custom-fitted tunics, and of course your very own silken pillow throne. I
No
I don't-
page. And he tries to pry himself from her.
okay. Go ahead and make a strength check for me.
Oh, that's
Is
awful.
this supposed to be? Is this supposed to be the torture?
Yes.
Can I get anything to help me with my strength check? I have literally a fucking -1.
Neither Malakar and I are there, so
That's a 7.
Can I give him the help action?
Sure, you can give him the help action.
Yes. I need fucking help, man. You roll for it.
Strength check?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks. It's
All right.
17.
Well, you're able to successfully get wrench Knik out of her grasp.
Hands off the bird.
It's like I must have him. I must have him. I shall begin the adoption paperwork at once. Sir Percival, please go get some parchment and quills.
I've never been so disgusted in my life.
Nick, I think you should probably get out of here as quickly as possible and hide for a bit.
I'm gonna go find Malia.
That's
And
a
you
good
can
idea.
tell he's...
I'll see you again, dearie.
No! he actually just fucking books it. He casts Longstrider on himself to get away.
And after it says, "Oh dear. Well, my offer does still stand. If I would appreciate it if you would cede him to me at your earliest convenience."
Does this city have laws against slavery, by chance?
It's not slavery if they're a pet.
He's a person!
Well, if he has free will, then it makes him that much more valuable. It's great.
You are messed up in the head, lady.
Huh. I will have him eventually, one way or the other. And come, Percival. And she leaves with Percival.
Yeah, Delgar's just awestruck. Completely awestruck.
And
I hate this city.
and Franny is like, well, Wernest, it doesn't seem like this suit is going to be fitting properly. If you would like to, with your friends, select something from the wardrobe to, I guess just select whatever you would like, and we should be able to make something work. And Wernest comes up and says, can you help me pick something out, guys?
Wernest, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is a really bad idea. We should, just cut your losses. I don't want to say give up, but tactical retreat. That's what I was looking for.
Well, I do want to get my gold's worth of clothing while I'm here at least. I've already paid the money. So maybe
Okay.
something that helps me look good.
Okay.
Alright. So if you guys are helping him pick out a suit of clothing, go ahead and roll a performance check for me, for those that are helping.
I'm the only one left in there, aren't I?
Yeah,
Yep.
I booked it back to the inn.
Wow, I got an 18.
You are somehow able to successfully dress him up in a really nice, dapper way, and Franny's actually quite impressed with your taste.
In actuality, Delgar's like, yeah, this looks good enough.
Could use a few fur pelts, but not bad. You look pretty sharp.
Hey, anyone can look good in a fur pelt.
All right. And as you leave, you look outside, and I need you to make a perception check for me.
That is a 13.
All right, you see that the two guys that were bragging about being paid to act are a bit across the way, and you see Carlos walking nearby.
I'm gonna go up to the actors. I don't actually know what to do.
Hey, you guys.
What?
How
Don't
much
talk
that
so
hard-ass guy... Yeah, I'm a little hungover myself. You were drinking at Geld's, right?
Yeah.
How much did that guy pay you, that hard-ass dude?
I think 200 gold for the two of us.
200 for both of you. To do what exactly?
Make him look good. Hey, Larry here is supposed to lose control of the cart here in a second, and then Carlos is going to jump in the way.
How much to maybe get you guys to just go back to Gelds and have a little hair of the dog?
Well, considering we signed a contract, 200 gold.
Done.
Damn.
Delgar's just gonna toss 200 gold at them.
So did I went with my mates now, or did I not? I didn't quite understand.
I mean, you could also just try to sabotage their efforts.
No, I mean, I said, if my mates went for this, I don't want to say bullshit, but if they went for this stuff, I said I would go with them. You know, if my brothers and sisters are on this, I said I would follow this, especially since
you want to this far in?
Since I'm basically a fucking snob, backstory wise. I mean, I wouldn't like to reveal this, but if those,
Okay.
and I don't want to say idiots, but Delgar, you're a fucking idiot. But if those idiots would like to do this, you know, my snob ass would maybe like to I don't know, help them in terms of like pity.
Delgar doesn't care about gold though.
I know.
Well, so let's just say you showed up after Franny's finer wares, okay? So you see that you recognize them, you see that they're getting set up for whatever it is they're going to try to do. It seems as though Carlos is about a minute away from whatever this is going to be. So you got 60 seconds to figure it out. What your plan is.
I'm gonna take wait, I always have to pick up his name. I'm gonna take Wernest's arm, you know, like elbow to elbow, and I'm gonna move to him towards the dance floor as close as possible as I can towards his darling.
Okay?
Oh, I see the vision.
So you're going to put him in the way of whatever this thing might be?
Sure. If it's bad, I'm gonna protect him.
Okay. Roll a performance check.
Do I get advantage because I'm a snob? Basically?
No.
Fair enough. Performance. 9.
Okay. Well, as you're beginning to move Wernest over, the one... Well, I mean, I guess, Delgar, are you actually paying them? And anyway?
Oh, yeah, that hasn't changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, one guy is just like walking along with the trolley, and they just act normal. And during as this is going on, you hear Carlos say, "Ah, that cart is out of control!" And he hops in front of the cart and trying to push the other guy out of the way to safety, but the two actors don't respond or act the way he expected them to. So he ends up just falling flat in the mud. It's like, and under his breath, "You idiots, what happened?"
Oh no, Hardas fell in the mud. He's
You
all
there?
covered in mud now.
I'm pointing and laughing.
Did you have something to do with this?
I'm just standing here watching, and you're all covered in mud now. That's a good look for you, little guy.
Well, Carlos, if that's everything, I guess I should be going with Wernest. It's his turn now. And Wernest, you do look mighty handsome, don't you? And Suzy takes Wernest's arm and begins to walk off.
Oh, no.
And
It actually worked.
And as where's Raven during all of this?
Oh fuck. Hold on. I gotta figure that out.
I think the original thing was like, I think Delgar asked her to grab a carriage, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like,
Okay. So, I mean, let's say you grab a carriage.
yeah, I wanted to go grab a carriage and horse-drawn and all that, and you speak with animals
Okay.
to talk to the horses.
So you're able to successfully rent a horse and carriage for 1 gold.
And I was going to actually do it differently. Do a round 2 of it with the horses, but not
Are you
being
saying,
inside the
like-
vehicle.
You're saying like it's just like a runaway carriage?
Basically,
Okay.
Okay.
And are the horses just running directly at Wernest? Or
no, they're going for Susan.
Oh, they're going for Suzy. Okay.
Mhm.
I guess.
But I also explicitly told them if Carlos gets in the way to veer right or veer off. And I tell Carlos through telepathy to do that.
Okay. Well, he is currently on the ground, and there are some horses running in this carriage, and I need you to make a animal handling check.
Do I get advantage because I have speak with animals?
Sure.
$16.
Okay. So they do exactly what you're intending to do, and they are able to jolt around Carlos, and they just start charging for Suzy. And I'm gonna go ahead and roll on my side here.
No, they were going for Suzy.
Yeah, they're going
And-
for Suzy.
Carlos was supposed to jump in front so they would veer off and go somewhere else other than Suzy. That was the plan.
Oh, I see. Okay.
That's yes, and I relay that through telepathy as I speak to the animals.
Okay. Well, okay, so I just rolled Carlos versus Wernest here. And Carlos, in his attempt to try to grab Suzy and get her out of the way, Wernest is able to, like, shuffle off to the side and, like, pull her directly out of the way. And it makes Wernest feel really, really cool because even though Carlos was close to actually being able to do it, Wernest is the one that succeeded in getting her out of danger. And and she goes, well, thank you, Wernest. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. You're so manly.
No.
And he's beaming at that compliment. And they go and they have a nice, wonderful brunch, I guess, would be the best way to do that. Okay. And as they're, as she splits off from Wernest again, and he comes back to where you guys are. I guess you guys are still just waiting in the merchant's quarter. You see Wernest come back. He's got little, like, lipstick smooches all over his face.
What the hell?
Did it help?
I believe it did. I gotta get my gift for Suzy.
I don't know.
And you see that Carlos takes Suzy and he begins to head into the castle grounds. And
So, is it at this point that Nick could reach the inn again?
oh yeah, you would have reached the inn at this point. And so, are you going to go try to speak with Malia?
Yes, absolutely, because I don't see this going well. Nick is out of breath, but he jumped off of the new construct maybe halfway because he, believe it or not, moves faster than it with the long strider. So he has gunned it all the way back to the inn, and he bursts through the door and runs straight up the stairs. And he knocks really loudly on Malia's door. Malia! Malia!
She opens the door and is like, what is it with people knocking loudly on my door?
He's just wheezing like... Woman! Need help!
With what?
Suzy B. Werkins! I think she's a coquette! I need you to steal back the necklace! And it's at that he kind of falls to his knees and on his hands. He's just really out of breath. I need you to go steal back the necklace.
Medicine check.
Are you there?
No, he's not there.
Where am I?
You're still at the.
Yeah, you're still with
thing.
Delgar.
Nick had run
and
all the way
Raven.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I thought you didn't want me to steal from nobles, Nick.
It's was a gift, and she's kind of an arse anyway.
Where can I find her domicile then?
I don't know that much. And he's gonna try to rack his brain. Does he kind of like? Would he kind of know where she would live, or would he kind of know where the Wernest and Suzy are heading next?
You wouldn't know exactly where they're going next.
Hmm.
But I mean, the rest of the party would see where they're going. So if you were to,
Yes, but I was not there.
Yep, but I mean, it's close to the they're
Okay,
at this
you
point
know
in
what,
time. If you were to pick up Malia and go back to them, you'd see them
Okay.
walking back off into the castle grounds, to the castle the gardens around the castle grounds.
Right. Okay. So instead, let's go. I think the rest of our party ought to know if you take the new construct, you can just gun it there. I need a minute, and he's just kind of gonna flop over.
I will do what you asked, Nick, but when I am called a thief or a rat by doing this,
I
would
never
like it-
called you a rat. I'll make sure
No.
nobody does say it.
I'm just asking for you to stand up for me that you requested this of me.
George, we can talk about it later, but please, there's no time.
She'll cast Longstrider on herself and head out.
All right.
Wait, can you double cast Longstrider?
I can cast it once per day as a wood elf, so unfortunately I can't.
I'm
Double
asking
cast.
if I can cast it onto you because I have it as well.
For the purposes of this particular event, I will allow it.
Okay, so he cast Longstrider on you, so now you have double casted Longstrider.
Okay.
So you move 3 times as fast.
Yeah, that's especially because I could take a cunning action to dash. That's ridiculous amount of speed.
It's like 180
you can
feet in
double
6
dash.
seconds.
Did you know that?
And double dash.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually could triple dash because I could do movement dash and action dash and a cunning action
Usain
dash.
Bolt.
That's
So-
fucking insane. Go for it. I want to see it.
So 270 feet in 6 seconds.
Holy fuck!
She's
Gross.
Flash. She's Flash.
Usain
And I'm a
Bolt.
wood elf, so my standard movement is already at 35. So adding
Alright.
20 makes it 55.
I guess you don't need the construct. Just go ahead and book it.
No, I
So-
That's
definitely.
so good.
So I'm assuming, Nick, are you gonna go back out and see the rest of the party?
He's gonna be lying on the floor catching his breath for a minute. He's gonna try to attempt a medicine check on himself, but
Can we do a little break here and please
That's a
explain
two.
for dummies? I kinda lost where I am at the moment.
You are with Delgar and Raven.
And what are we doing?
Well, you just attempted to try to make Wernest look like the hero, or at least Delgar and Malakar did.
Okay, so we were with Wernest.
Yeah,
What
now
were
and
the
now
others
Wernest.
doing? What
Yeah.
were the other people doing? What was their mission?
Nick ran away from the 8-foot tall woman in Fanny's and had ran all the way back to where Malia was with the intent of getting her to steal back the relic necklace that Wernest naively gave to her.
So you were like in the middle of the party and you met this like a bit scary woman and you ran away and you met with Malia and the others.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm in the picture.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry,
So-
guys.
Nick, you feel like you're dying.
Yes, I do feel like I'm dying.
You feel like you're about to have a heart attack.
Yeah, he definitely does. After getting crushed in that very particular way and gunning it like so far, he feels like he is actually on the verge of a heart attack right now.
Can I
And his
see
medicine
him?
check was a 2.
No, he's at the inn. You are not there.
Got it. Yeah.
So anyway. So, I'm assuming Raven, Malakar, and Delgar, you guys are going to follow Carlos and Suzy now that she's been passed back to Carlos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you follow them into the castle grounds, you go into the gardens, and you see that there is a small piece of paper poking out of his back pocket.
She's back with Carlos?
Yes, she double booked. She's going on 2 different dates. She's taking turns. But in the back pocket of Carlos, there you see a piece of paper sticking out.
I'm gonna cast Cat's Grace on me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to pickpocket it.
Okay. Do sleight of hand.
$50.
Okay. I'm gonna go roll this real quick.
Make sure you look at your DMs.
I did. And so you're able to successfully grab the paper out of his pocket.
What does it say?
It appears to be a poem of some sort. And you get the idea that if you were to like write something else on the paper and sabotage it, you could.
Can I
Yeah,
see
what-
that? Can I see the poem?
While I read it, I'm not gonna try to hide it.
Okay.
So I mean, I want to make sure that that I'm not being seen stealing it, but while I like open it and read it,
Yep.
I don't mind like if other people see it.
It says, "My dearest Suzy, a rose among weeds, a beacon of light where the lost soul heeds. Your laughter is music, your smile divine. Oh, to gaze upon you is sweeter than wine."
Wait, whose is this?
This is Carlos, who allegedly wrote it.
I feel like
Oh,
we
I
have
was just
the
about to say, there's no
chance.
fucking chance he wrote that.
I mean, actually, to be honest, after I read it, I would probably even like look at you guys in like I'm not gonna say anything, but in like what we gonna do with it, and I'm not gonna hide to you that I stole it from him.
Okay. Well, I mean, you get the idea that if you were to write something else, he might read it. If you're trying to torpedo his chances.
Does anyone know how to write poetry?
I mean, it's just a roll to sabotage. That's it.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah, I could just do something.
I mean, if we all three do it together, we could do it with advantage, right?
Sure.
So come on, shoot something.
Okay. Do a performance.
I'm gonna make another medicine check.
Performance is charisma. I don't have advantage on it, but you guys, come on, you two roll.
Am I rolling?
Performance. If you want to try to sabotage the poem that Malakar successfully stole off of Carlos.
Nat 20.
Okay.
Oh,
His expertise in insults.
So you are able to manipulate the note, and now the issue now is, are you going to try to sneak it back to him, or?
yeah, I want to reverse pickpocket.
Okay, sleight of hand.
But that's a dex check, so I have advantage. 16.
Okay, well, he notices you trying to put it back. He's like, "You get out of here! What is this? You mess with my notes? Get out of here, you dumbass!"
After I put it back, I'm just gonna, slap his shoulder and say, "It's good. Got it. No worries."
Get out of here.
Okay. No trouble.
Anyway, as he continues to walk along and walk away. Nick, what are these medicine checks?
He's trying to recover. It's not working.
All right, and you witness him just like, he looks at the note real quick for a second, and then he puts it back in his pocket, and he begins to he ignores the note, and he just says the words, "My dearest Suzy, a rose among weeds, a beacon of light where the lost soul heeds." He just says the poem as it was originally written. And he ignores the note. He ignores your sabotage. And, and she thinks, "Oh, that's super sweet, Carlos. I really appreciate that." And, you see
someone's rolling insight on that.
And then he presents to her this gaudy necklace that was spoken of.
I was not expecting necklace after that. Freaked me out.
And she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't have. No, you really shouldn't have."
I believe we did a mistake. But okay.
She definitely didn't appreciate that, I think. She didn't sound pleased.
I feel like we did a mistake. But let's roll with it. Let's see where this goes.
It's like, well, I suppose it's time for me to go back to Wernest now. And you can see Wernest waiting at the at the front of the gardens. And you can see that he's holding onto a box.
Okay.
So
Knik has recovered. He's going to hop onto the construct and book it back to where everybody else was.
okay, and as you're like walking to the towards the castle gates, you can see that there's Wernest standing in front of the castle gardens with a box.
Right back.
Can I roll? I don't know. I'm really bothered by this. Can I roll an insight check if there's something with the box?
Sure. You can roll a perception check.
Oh, perception. Perception would be 22.
You rolled a 22?
Yes, perception.
Well, it looks like the box might have something in it that's like a small little gift to Suzy.
Like, something that shouldn't be gifted to her? Like, is it dangerous or...
No.
Okay. I don't know why, but my danger senses start to tinkle. But
There's nothing dangerous inside the box.
okay, yeah, it's just my paranoia. Alright. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
So anyway, as Suzy is walking towards Wernest, you guys get the sense that maybe you should get out of there. And maybe go vet what Wernest has inside of his box before they have an interaction.
Sure. I feel like my heart is gonna explode. Paranoid.
Okay.
These events are terrible.
So, as you approach Wernest, it's like, I brought a nice heartfelt gift for Suzy. Hopefully she likes it.
Open the box up.
And he opens the box, and it's a very well done, like hand carved token. Like it's a very, very beautiful little piece, but it's very simple.
Insight check.
Okay.
What is it made out of?
It's made out of wood.
Wood. Nice.
I have I have proficiency in insight. Can I give him advantage? Can I help him?
I guess what are you trying to discern with the insight?
Just like, was there any sabotage to the gift?
It doesn't appear to be any sabotage.
What is it?
It's something I carved for Suzy.
I'm sure she'll love it. Not a fox pelt, but
Not every girl wants a fox pelt.
But I'm sure this one will do fine. long as it's not cursed. Right.
Okay.
Right.
Anyway, no, it's not cursed. I carved this myself. It's something that's something, wanted something heartfelt.
Yes. Of course.
I forgot I was muted again. Do I know where everybody is, or should I do something for that?
Oh. Hang on. Sorry, say that again?
Do I know where everybody is, or should I do something to, like, find out?
Yeah, well, I mean, you get an idea where everyone is.
Okay, so Nick has rushed back, still kind of out of breath, but this time he's on the construct.
Okay. So, and you can see that that everyone's kind of crowding around Wernest a little bit.
Let's see.
They're all looking at whatever is in the box that he's holding.
What did I miss?
Apparently, nothing.
Oh, all right. Well, what's the plan now?
Well, I'm waiting for things to happen real quick.
Yeah, so wait
there's
for
a very obvious attempt to sabotage the box. As you see random vines begin to grow out of the box.
Yeah. Can I discern what kind of vines they are?
It looks just like random plant vines.
Is it like the cause of like a random spell, or?
Well, it might be the cause of a random spell.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to quickly grab the box and pull out the thing that he carved and drop the box.
Okay. Roll a performance check. You gotta beat a 3.
Okay. Beat a 3.
You gotta beat a
plus
3.
I have a +3.
So I guess you would automatically succeed.
Yes.
Don't roll in that one.
He grabs the carving and he drops the box and kicks it away and hands Wernest the carving. I've had enough of this bullshit today. Please, just go give me a start.
Can we determine where this comes from?
Sure. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, no, that's not good, but it's not terrible, I guess. Dirty 20.
Damn.
It's coming from the castle grounds somewhere.
I'm moving towards the source of this evil magic.
It's within 30 feet of you. And you can see that there's a lot of big flower bushes all over the place. So you don't necessarily know where it might be coming from. It could be coming from someone that Carlos hired.
What if I cast detect magic?
I mean, spell's over. Like, you detect that it's a nature spell.
Okay, but I could do. Okay, that's my turn. Let's finish my turn here.
Okay. So anyway, Suzy meets up with Wernest. Says, Wernest, did you have something for me? And Wernest says, yes, Suzy, I made this for you. She says, "Aw, how sweet! I love it. This This is amazing. This is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted.
I need to roll insight.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm using Kenku Recall. Hold on. I love this ability. Fuck.
She
Okay.
seems to be genuine in her appreciation for this trinket.
I don't know if that's real. Okay, well, I did my thing. She seems genuine enough. He's gonna look over to the rest of the party.
I'm gonna look at Nick and shake my head.
Okay. And as
There's evil in the bush.
and you hear someone say, "Excuse you," as someone steps out from around the corner, and it appears to be Sir Percival, the butler Percival. It says, "Lady Fatberry has requested that I draft up these papers, and she's even offered to pay 4,000 gold for your pet Kenku if you would just simply sign here." And he presents the documents to you.
Does anyone do anything here?
I don't even know if I'm there. I don't know. You didn't tell me about this other lady, Nick. Thanks.
Well, that's not what he asked you about. So
I'm
it's your
pursuing
choice
what you
where you are.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
I'm pursuing what you asked me about.
Okay, good, yeah. So he looks to the rest of everyone else there.
So
and
if I
he's kinda-
sign this, you're gonna hand me 4,000 gold.
Malakar?
Is this correct?
It sounds like a great deal if you ask me, Wernest says.
Nick stares actual fucking daggers at Wernest. For everything I've done to fucking help you.
So,
I'm
well,
gonna take the feather. To wait, who is offering me this? Is it like
a
who
butler
is
named
offering?
Percival.
Oh, okay.
If you do this, you can't take it back. And I can't guarantee your safety.
I'm gonna take the feather. And I'm gonna stab it in the butler's eye.
Why? No,
Okay,
I
that
know.
is just assault.
Yeah, that's just assault.
That is a person. Or a mate. Not a slave. Not a pet.
I will be telling.
You're allowed to leave.
I will tell Lady Fatberry about this.
Do it.
They really never considered renaming themselves.
And Suzy says, "Well, that was a strange occurrence of events. I will see you at the dance tonight, Wernest." And she blows him a kiss, and you see Wernest kind of melt a little bit as she walks off. Says, I'm very much looking forward to the dance tonight. It's going to be great. Well,
So,
shall we get ready for the dance? And it should be in a couple of hours.
Seems like it.
I hate this. But, sure.
What were you saying about an orchestra? Delgar, was it?
Yeah, heard something about it in the tavern.
You saying Carlos hired an orchestra?
Yeah, apparently this is gonna be a big thing.
I think I got an idea for that.
Okay.
What if you just switch out their music with, actually, I think I have something. I have a score for a goblin jig.
One jig?
Yeah, it's a jig for goblins. And
Well, that
Yeah.
could work.
And he like begins rummaging around in his shirt as if that's where he keeps his stuff, and he pulls out a score, and in Goblin it says the Goblin Jig.
They call it a jig.
Yeah. And he says,
Oh, this ought to be a jaunty little tune.
and it's just, and he hands it over. He says, I think if you replace this with the score that they have, I think you should be fine.
Not really good at the sneaky stuff.
Is anyone? Well, shit.
Malia is.
Yes, I know, but Nick, it's sent her off to do something completely different.
I think about this time, considering how fast she's going, and how fast she's capable of moving, she'd be back by now.
For God's sake.
Oh,
You just like see Malia randomly materialize out of nowhere.
Yeah, I rolled high on my stealth.
Did you already get the necklace?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
What's going on?
Do
Is
you
it-
want me to put it back?
Maybe. I didn't really get a good read on her, if she was being genuine or not. I think she was, but she's spoken with so many before this. It just don't make any sense to me.
Maybe he gave her something nobody else would.
Maybe.
If you want me to put it back, I will.
Did you steal it from her house?
Wait, you stole what from whose house?
Nothing, Wernest. Don't pay it no mind. You've got a date, right?
Oh, we gotta get ready for the dance.
Towards that. Right, exactly. So pay it no mind. You've already got enough on your plate. Malia,
Mm-hmm.
I need you to put it back.
I will.
Thank you. He's just gonna kind of collapse a little bit onto... We need a name for this new construct. I can't keep calling it new construct.
Maybe.
Stalker.
Stalker. Maybe. Alright, we could settle it later.
Need me to replace some music too?
Well, it's kind of bird-like, so maybe avius or something.
ABS.
So-
Yeah, we could settle it. We could settle it later, but
Yeah, Wernest says.
need you to do more.
Yeah, Wernest says, yeah, if you could replace the music, that'd be great.
She holds out her hand for the music.
And he gives you, like, it's a really big stack of paper. There's a lot of paper in it. But he hands it over.
Alright. And then she'll stealth off to do both replace the music and return a stolen necklace.
In my defense, she didn't seem trustworthy.
So a couple hours go by. Roll me a sleight of hand check, Malia. Just real quick.
19. Not as good as my first one.
Okay, well, you succeed. So, and nobody's the wiser. And out in the residential quarter, it seems as though a big barn has been constructed. And people are filing in. You see a lot of the high-class elites. you see various members of the military dressed up in really nice garb showing up. And it just seems really out of place for such nice clothing to be in such a strangely placed barn. Nobody knows why it's there, why they decided to go with a barn in the middle of a kingdom. No, there's a lot of questions that just don't have answers.
It's tradition.
Yeah, sure, it's tradition. And you see Wernest is nervous and he's looking around and it's like, oh, I hope Suzy will show up soon.
I'm gonna step forward with my shield. I'm not gonna raise a weapon, but I'm gonna raise my shield.
Okay. And you look around and you see at the entrance, you see Suzy walking in. Carlos is leading her by the hand. And Carlos goes up to the orchestra leader, and they begin arguing a little bit. But ultimately Carlos says, Suzy, let's dance. And she says, oh yes, very well. He says, prepare to be amazed. And he snaps his fingers and the orchestra begins to play. And he's starting to dance, expecting it to be what he expects it to be. But it is the entirely wrong music. As the tempo's way off, the song is just very strange. It sounds like some backwoods hillbilly music. And he goes, wait, what? And Suzy's trying to follow him, and she's like, I don't know what this song is supposed to be. And Wernest is can't help but laugh at this whole thing. And Carlos is saying, why is the music so fast? And
Trying to jig faster.
huh?
Delgar's gonna start booing.
Your DMs.
And as this painful display of music and is going on, you hear Knik hears a painfully familiar voice. Yoo-hoo!
No.
Better and better and better.
Okay, I never had a chance until now, because I'm not a stealth character. But since I wear ring mail, I have disadvantage on my stealth checks. Knik is going to try to sneak away regardless.
Okay, go ahead. That's at disadvantage?
Yeah, you got a 7.
And she sees you and she begins trying to pursue you and chase after you. She says, I even brought you the cage! And you see this giant gilded golden cage with, and it's
Can I just try to run at her and shoulder check her to knock her over?
Absolutely, go for it.
I would like to assist him. I would like to give him a walk.
Oh shit, she's tough.
If I can.
7.
Apparently Malakar is giving you assistance, so you get advantage on it.
Oh, and I rolled a
Roll
save.
for it.
I rolled
Roll
a
for
save,
it.
so
Roll
that's
for it. Roll with advantage, bro.
Strength.
Alright, you're able to
Damn.
shoulder check her, and you almost bounce off of her, but you're able to push her a little bit, and she falls, it starts stumbling backwards, and she falls directly into the cage itself, and the door smacks shut.
I'm gonna
It took 2 of
rush.
you
Oh
to
my
do
god.
this.
I want to lock it. I want to lock
I
it.
want to
I
rush
want
and
her.
hold the cage door so she can't get out.
Yes, I'm gonna lock it. I want her. I want her as my pet.
She's ours now.
And, please, just 10,000 gold, 10,000.
10,000 gold. You get out of the cage. You leave our friend alone forever.
I will. The outrage. Take me home, Percival. Says, very well, mistress, and he snaps his finger, and you see 4 people pick up the cage, and they're struggling as they carry her out.
I don't think we're gonna get that.
Do we
gold.
ever get like a solid description of what she looked like?
Have you seen Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Oh my god.
The tall
okay, you
woman
don't
from
need-
that one?
Yes.
Jesus.
Love that woman.
The half giant lady.
Yep.
Yes.
Like I said, she's
Yeah,
8 feet tall and 600 pounds. She's really big.
Man, Delgar's strong.
I'm still not,
Cool of you to do
I'm
that.
still not convinced if we want to trade her for all the gold. Like, we could use a pet. Like,
They
right?
carried her off. We're not doing this.
Not gonna get
Fine,
And-
fine. We trade her in. Fine.
Nick is fucking scared for his life. He's gonna like hide like under a table somewhere. And the new construct is gonna be sat like next to the table, very obviously. So you guys just know where he is.
And it's now Wernest's turn to try to dance with Suzy, and he's gonna turn to all of you. All right, I need to know how to dance. Who can give me some advice here?
Nick?
What kind of dance are you talking about? A more
Maybe like a waltz,
courtly
I
dance?
guess.
I know how to waltz, Wernest.
Well, any help you can give me is appreciated.
Follow my lead.
All right, so you try to teach him how to dance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and roll a performance check at advantage since you already know how to waltz.
Yep. Thank you. Advantage. 13.
And as he's trying to like learn how to dance, he steps on your toes a few times, but he eventually gets the hang of it. And when go ahead.
Like, because she's so, like, I have better skills with acrobatics, so she'll, I'll just roll this, and it's been a while, so yeah, my rolls are not really great, but yeah, she'll get stepped on. That's fine.
Yep. So but he does eventually get the hang of it, and he's like, very proud of himself for getting the hang of it. And eventually, as the song turns over, and you stop dancing with him, Suzy comes up to him and says, "May I have this dance?" And they go off and they start dancing together. And let me roll this, see if how well Wernest does. And
Give him the help action.
You see that he still suffers from like stepping on her foot a little bit every now and then, but he does an okay job at the waltz. And she seems to be enjoying herself as they're talking. And he does try to do like a dip.
Not on your first dance, Wernest.
And let's see. Let's see how well he does. He almost drops her in the process.
Cool.
And she like kind of panics a little bit. It's like, I meant to do that. And
Keeping you on your toes, wink wink.
and as the dance ends and the barn festival just is over, eventually it comes to a point where Carlos and Wernest are standing next to each other. And Carlos is obviously fuming at the whole thing. He's glaring daggers at Raven and Malia. And Suzy comes up to the two of you, and she takes Carlos's hand. Carlos, it's been a pleasure. I had a wonderful day today. And then she lets go and takes Wernest's hand. And Wernest, it was a pleasure. I had a wonderful day today, and I hope to see you again very soon. And she takes off for the evening, and you can tell that Carlos is very upset at this development. But it seems as though Suzy has chosen Wernest.
Well, I hope that's the end of that.
Sure, it's not.
It's
Oh,
as much as I can tell you about rich fools. This is not the end.
Alright. And Carlos just says, Wernest, you've bested me for the last time. I will get you the next time. You are my eternal rival. And he storms off, and Wernest says, I gotta thank you guys for your help. I really do appreciate everything you've done for me today.
It was
don't
fun.
mention it.
Really,
You
no
know
trouble
what?
at all.
It was, at the end, pleasure.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
With everything you've done for me so far, if there's any way I can help you out, just let me know. I will do everything I can.
Oh boy.
You're worried? Why are you worried?
It's nothing. Have a good night, Wernest.
Alright. Well, I guess I will be off. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And you see Wernest take
You
off.
know, oh, I had a potion for him.
Oh, alright. What was it?
You know, the next time you pray, think about your queen, Leviatar. If you need introduction, I can help you.
I guess I will consider it. I will be. I hope to see you later.
Oh no, he doesn't understand.
And okay.
Do you want me to introduce you to her?
Well, I'm already in love with Suzy, so I don't think I have room for another woman in my life.
Oh, Leviatar doesn't love. She just takes. And
Sounds like a
gives.
terrible arrangement.
Eventually. And she gave you a lot today.
Well, I thank her, I guess, but I will be off. And Wernest goes ahead and leaves. And as everyone leaves the barn, people start, you see the city guard starts taking down the different parts of the barn and shoos you out.
This has been more exhausting than my 8 hours worth of robot construction yesterday.
Ruining this pathetic, rich asshole party was more satisfying than 1,000 tortures. It was gracious.
I suppose knows he had it coming.
They had it coming for so long. You know what they tried to do to you. You know what they thought they could do to me. I suppose it doesn't matter.
Don't put all people in the same classification, Malakar.
Whom do you speak of in particular, or do you really speak in general?
Before you start going down a path about speaking ill of those who grew up noble-blooded, I'll remind you, you have a couple of them in your party.
What if I told you that I am blue-blooded? And what did it do good to me?
That is your issues. You cannot blame all nobles the same.
It's tempting, but it's best not to.
Yes, but there are nobles who like to help others when they're
I
asked.
know. I know.
I just want to make it very clear that when you take offense of people who use the they when they're talking about the people in the slums, when there are people there who mean a lot to you, and you take that personally, I was just cautioning Malakar. He was about to get into some very personal areas. Not all nobles are the same.
You know, I've met a lot of nobles in my life, and they were pretty much all the same. But they did an amazing job at hiding it. But at the end of the day, they all came to the cleric and asked for the services. And at the end of the day, they still shunned us, haunted us. But maybe I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
Alright. So at this point, you guys are standing out in the middle of the street, and it's getting dark. Where are you going to go?
I'm just gonna go to the tavern.
Okay.
Me too.
We'll offer a ride to anybody who's planning on going.
Alright, and you all head to the tavern, and I imagine you get some alcohol in you and some food, and you...
Water.
Alcohol.
Or
Water.
or water, or juice.
Smelling on it, of course.
And then you guys go ahead and go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Well, with that, I think that's a good spot to end the session unless anyone wants to do anything else.
That'll be fine.
Nope, I'm just spending some time to berate Carlos telepathically until he discards the feather.
He's gonna throw it into the fireplace at a certain point.
Yep.
And I'm
He's
gonna.
fucking wallowing in front of a fireplace.
I mean,
I'm
where
just,
where
like,
else would a
making-
rich asshole wallow?
I know, I'm just like, damn, that's so accurate.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I love this session. It was real good.
So,
It was like,
Is there anything else?
yeah, is there anything
Um,
else?
Anything?
Yeah, I was trying to say something.
During our sit down conversation, I'm gonna come clean to everybody about how I was sabotaging.
Malia.
No, it's okay. Raven was coming clean to us.
Hmm.
But
The
what,
contract has ended. I'm no longer obligated.
Mm-hmm.
but what did you have to say, Malaya?
Since I only need 4 hours to trance, I'm gonna spend the rest of the evening with my forgery kit and a couple of pieces of paper to start taking down 2 nobles in this court.
Taking down 2 nobles?
Yeah, just dropping their status.
Okay, cool. I'm guessing it's Carlos and the other one?
Gertrude.
Yep.
Yep.
No, Gwendolyn?
Gwendolyn, sorry. Yep.
Gertrude's a good name for her, too.
Yeah. They have gotten too comfortable on their positions of power, and it seems to me that they have to be reminded of not to throw their wealth away, because when they do, they're left with nothing.
Yep.
And I have the charlatan background, so I can copy people's handwriting.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, a framer.
I have a forgery kit and a poisoner's kit and a thieves' tools.
Is there anything else?
That would be all,
All right.
I think.
Well,
And you wonder why I got paranoid about you.
and we are going to end the session there. I'm going to hit the stop streaming button.
But I wasn't doing anything against you, so once again, there was no reason to be paranoid about
Meta-wise,
me
I'm not.
acting against you.
And